Hello world, this your girl Mystic Rage, and you tune into Mystic Rage World, where we get it in with random, subliminal, timeless messages. So whatever the time you hear this may be the right time for you. So we're going to get into some secrets of the ancestors and see what's coming out the message for today. The other video already gave out the affirmations that we can use, so I'm going to get in tune to some of the messages that we can receive from our different ancestors, the ones in spirit. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm going to pull out the deck. I'm going to do a quick shuffle here. What is some of the messages that we need to know at this time or hear about? So I'm just going to pull 1, 2, 3, underlining, the bottom of the deck underlining. And we're going to get in tune to the messages that we do see at this time. Know that some of these messages may be warnings or guidance for the time frame that you're currently in. It may be ahead of time or during this week or months ahead. Just remember, these messages are timeless. So out the gate, we have the Goddess Circle. And that's been raining off in the read periodically at different timings. It is a number 10. And this card does correspond to the Wheel of Fortune and the Tarot. Okay, you guys. So what we're going to do here is get into the message of the medicine. One thing about the Wheel of Fortune, it keeps turning. For some of your ancestors, it was difficult to feel joy for joy's sake. Heal their energy by celebrating yours now. Learn what it feels to Learn what it feels like to reveal, enjoy, pleasure, and fun just for the sake of it. The Shadow Spy says, yikes, obstacles after obstacles after obstacle, setbacks, misfortune, bad luck, things have not been going your way. Take a breath. Don't make any sudden movements. The faith has not been on your side, but know that this too shall pass. Yes, you may be feeling a bit helpless right now, but remember that you're still in charge. The declaration here says, I'm a winner, baby. Okay, so that was an ad-lib baby at the end, but it is, I am a winner. I am a winner, baby. That's the affirmation you guys can use at this time. I'm just going to sit it here. The next message out the gate is the High Priestess, which is a number 2. And just 1 second, you guys. I want to make sure it's lit up good. I am recording during the daytime. And let me close my door for a little bit of privacy. Okay, there we go. It's a little bit brighter for you guys. So let me look up the High Priestess. Okay, the High Priestess is intuition and knowingness. Okay, let's get into the medicine. Honor your sensitivity. Be honest with yourself and others. Allow your intuition to guide you on your journey of self-discovery and spiritual growth, unlocking profound insights along the way. The shadow spot, or the shadow message here, says, you are feeling blocked and unable to hear your inner guidance. In many ways, this is because you are fearful of what the guidance is telling you. Get quiet and go within. Allow repressed feelings to come to the surface. Hiding from yourself is making you miserable. The declaration here says, my intuition is my direct channel to divine spirit. Okay, so the affirmation says, My intuition is my direct channel to my divine spirit, or to divine spirit. Okay, you guys? And that was the second card coming out the gate there. The next card, the number 3, is the twins, which is giving off 6, which is also the lovers in the tarot. But this one says the twins conscious connection. Sorry, I had to try to, sorry, I hit the camera, but here we go. The medicine message here says, my child, there are those in your bloodline who don't know love, or who consider to be a fertility. That's F-R-I-V-O-L-I-T-Y. Don't let this be your inheritance. The shadow aspect of this situation here says, you do not need to be in a relationship to be whole. There may be a need for introspection and resolving inner conflicts before seeking a connection with others. Your current relationship may be disharmony, imbalance, or have conflicts. The declaration here says, I am worthy, I am worth loving, and I am love. Okay, so the affirmation here says, I am worth loving and I am love. So some of us at this time are dealing with a little bit of conflict with the current situation in relationships. It may be romantic, it may not, but in this aspect, I'm just going to give an example of romantic. If you're dealing with issues with your significant other at this time, just know things are going to work out in divine timing. Okay, you guys see the message there? Spirit is always, or God, or however you want to view the one that's right there that looks like a mother in this picture here in this card. You always are protected and everything works out for the greater good. So you may have to release that person, or you may have to get rid of that little speed bump there and get back in harmony with your partner at this time. So that's the overall message that I'm feeling at this time. And let's go over the overall. Overall energy is altar of water, love overflowing. So some of us don't have per se a conflict in a relationship at this time. It may be into an overflowing experience for you. So let's just get into this card. It does refer to the Ace of Cups. So the altars are the aces in this deck. The medicine message here says, liberation is an act of love. Pour liberations for your ancestors. Something new is being born. Every birth expands and evolves your lineage. Most use blessed water or alcohol to pour liberations from a glass, calabash, or a bowl. Liberations in some cultures can also be poured in reverence with rice or even tea. For me, you guys, in this situation, I would be pouring out coffee because my loved one, my mother and sister now, she liked coffee a lot. So my instance, it may, for anyone that's going through liberations and you're trying to pour out for your ancestors, it may not be just water. It may be liquor, like brown liquor, or whichever they preferred, or coffee or tea. Okay, in that aspect as well, especially even if they like the tea. The shadow aspect here of the message, you're holding back on love. But the question is, are you holding back on love for someone else, or are you holding back love for yourself? Your self-love is not what it could be. Beautiful. It's time to turn the love inward. Have compassion for yourself. Care for you. And then allow the love to flow naturally outwards. The declaration message here says, I trust the guidance of my heart. I trust the guidance of my heart. And that's the overall message off of the read. Let's get into the underlining, which is the ancestral force of a 21. So she is the number 21. This does refer to the World card in the tarot deck. But in this aspect, this is the ancestral force completion. Medicine to take in. 1 second, you guys. Allow yourself to be more vulnerable with the people in your inner circle. If you don't have people you can open up with, Consider allowing more people in. The shadow aspect. You are feeling a bit empty at the end of the journey. There is a lack of connection. You feel unfulfilled despite a recent success. What is preventing you from seeing your happiness? Look for delays to suddenly pop up. Okay, so some of us actually are in a little bit of low vibration or stagnant energy where we need to transmute to positive. At this time, it is needed. But some of us, if we don't raise that vibrations, you can expect some form of delay of what you really want to happen. So be careful, especially when you're feeling low and empty inside. You want to work on self-care and healing yourself internally speaking with yourself, so you can bring in that love for yourself and worthiness, so you can attract and build upon that in relationships. The declaration here says, I embrace my sacred connection to infinite potential. I embrace my sacred connection to infinite potential. And the underlining message there, just wanted to give you guys some insight on the read of what's coming out the gate first. So what I'm next going to get into is the Ascended Masters. They're actually the Divine Master deck. So let me just get that cards, or let me get that deck. And then we're going to do a quick shuffle here. So what are some messages that we can receive or hear or know about at this time in regards to Divine Masters? Is there any Divine Masters that want to make themselves known at this time? Spirit. And yes, it's a card that flipped out, if you guys see. Queen Yin. And this one's been ringing off a lot in the read. She's still here for the month of August that we're currently in. But remember, these messages are timeless, so it may be a part of your journey during another time frame. But I'm just going to pull 2 more cards here. Is there any other spirit? Divine Master. So I'm just going to pull 2, 3, the overall, and the underlining. Now the overall on the bottom of the deck is the Divine Director. Trust the process. Create space for divine order to unfold. And that's the message just overall of the whole read of the Divine Masters, his energy. And this one has popped off already in a previous read. You'll get to learn more about him if you check farther back or a couple of videos back. It's a spiritual message there for someone. Okay, so let's get into Queen. Well, not Queen. I keep calling her a queen. Her name is Queen Yin. Queen Yin. Okay, let's get into the whole message of her. And she seems to be holding a hibiscus flower in her hand. So maybe hibiscus can be spiritually a message for you guys. Maybe you could sip some of that tea to get more calm and grounded at this time. But let's just get into the message of her and what it means. If you're finding someone or something difficult at this time, the best way you can move forward is by going beyond seeking the understanding why something is the way it is or someone is the way they are. It's time to move beyond the behavior, mistakes, or challenges that are happening around you. Don't be pulled into misery and fear that is coming to you from an outside source. Refuse to operate on that level. Choose the enlightenment action for the sake of your own inner peace. Okay, you guys? Choose to move forward in your life with grace, realizing that if you allow yourself to be pulled in, it will only cause more hurt and anguish. And the best, most enlightened act you can perform is to move on with grace and forgiveness as your North Star. The energy of Kuan Yin is here to guide you in a composed, light-filled way. Okay, and that's her message just coming out the gate. The second card here. I'm sorry I keep clearing my throat, you guys. I do have incense burning, Archangel Michael, dragon's blood, the protection for us, the intention for a Tuesday, because right now as I'm filming, it is on a Tuesday. And I also have the third eye and the throat chakra lit for us. So it's a little bit heavy. I may have to turn my fan on to get those energies blowing out the window for us as a collective. I am in the AC, but in this room, when I close it, it's a little bit different. So I have my fan to blow those energies out the window for the collective as well. So let's go into the next card, which is Lady Nada, Expanded Heart. And I'm not sure if I said Kuan Yin's enlightened action, but it says choose compassion, move with grace. And that's the message at the bottom. If you guys, I didn't say it, but that's the message at the bottom of this card. But let's go to Lady Nada. Let me just find her in the book really quick. Now I just saw her and now I'm... Okay, so here's the card for her. It says openness, liberation, let yourself love and be loved. The message here says when Lady Nada comes to you, your heart is ready to expand. It is an opening wide for you to experience and embody the divine love. This is a powerful opportunity to heal from past traumas regarding relationships and emotional letdowns. The journey of self-respect that you have been on is leading to a genuine experience of self-love and self-acceptance. This in turn will lead to the feeling of liberation. Within you is a great love, a love that is eternal and therefore will never die. Know that this is a mighty love and now it's time to share it without fear. Okay, you guys, and that was the second card coming out the gate. Just wanted you guys to be aware. The third message, which is the outcome, is Sobdet. Sobdet, cosmic power, unlimited potential, sacred mission, initiation. And her card, I mean her image, I mean, come on. She's giving me eyes of storm with her white hair. It could be white or gray, but it's looking white with her white eyes. I don't know why I said that, but for somebody in the collective, maybe you jive with the X-Men mutant, the mutants feeling that you're not a part of the group, you're not a part of this world. Maybe that's a message for some of you guys. But let me just find her in the book here. So here we go. Now, do you see what I mean by that message with her eyes? Her eyes are open. Those eyes are not closed, okay, you guys? Her eyes are open. They're just white. She may be of a being from the different realms, astrally speaking, or in the galaxy with her eyes like that. You see the beam of light hovering over her head? So let's just get into it. She is an Egyptian name for Cyrus, one of the most important stars. Her name is hieroglyphics and it can be translated to triangle or the sharp one. She has been depicted in many forms, most often as a woman wearing a white crown by the star. Although she has an elongated head or a headpiece, implying she's from another world. Didn't I just say that? Hold on, you guys. But didn't I just say that about her and how she looks? Let's get into the message here. The energy of the energy of a wishing on a star and seeing that the wish come true is with you now. This is a time to push forward with any projects or ideas that you feel called to carry out. You are a powerful being with unlimited potential. Don't let yourself be held back by anyone or anything. If you set your heart on something, there is no doubt that it will come to fruition because you're unlocking your star power. You are destined to shine brightly in this lifetime, and all the experiences you have at this time are alignment with the sacred mission. There's an energy of positivity, abundance, and excitement all around you now, and this will help you turn your visions into reality you deserve to experience. Okay, and that's the energy there of the outcome of the whole situation of the matter. So let's get into the overall of this read with these cards. Is Hanuman, devoted warrior, let God's love hold you in strength. And let me find him in the book. He's giving me off a Hindu Indian, that type of Indian with that clothing over his shoulder, that little thing, and the beads around his neck. But let's just see. He is a Hindu warrior god and divine companion and protector of the Rama, of the god Rama, the son of the winged god Vayu. He is loved by many, not only because of his monkey form, but also his sheer dedication to Rama is inspirational to all spiritual devotees. I just want to give you some insight into this card, but let's just get into the message. When you devote yourself to a vision with unwavering faith, you welcome in the support of the universe. Today, the devoted heart of Hanuman is guiding you to reflect on your strength and talents. You are someone who gives with all your heart, but may find it hard to receive in return. In fact, you give without looking for anything in return, but the universe wants you to be more. Well, the universe wants you to make more time, energy, and space to be supported too, because when you open up the possibility of being supported and nourished, you allow yourself to be replenished and thus have more to give. You are being honored today for your commitment to what is important to you. The universe sees you as vital to healing and expansion, but in order to keep going with your mission, let your heart be served in return. A true warrior shield is love of God. Okay, so let me repeat. A true warrior shield is the love of God. And that was the overall energy there. We're going to go into the underlining, which is Rumi. Rumi has mystical knowledge, breaking boundaries, personal experience of God. So we just spoke about the warrior energy. The warrior shield is the love of God. We're going to now get into personal experience of God. So just one moment. Let me find him in the book. Okay, here he comes. This is Rumi. R-U-M-I. Do you hear the horn blowing? Is it telling us to really listen, or the... Wow. Confirmation for some of us to pay attention during this time or during this whole read. You may need to reload or go back 5 minutes or so or restart the video. It was just a confirmation off of the sequencing of that horn being blown outside. I'm not even sure why. Someone's blowing as an alert, as a warning, as a way of communicating with someone at this time. So the message here, let's get in tune. It's time to move beyond any limitations of the earthly realm that have been placed or forced upon you. It's time to break free of the constraints of family, politics, religion, and anything else that has been telling you who you are or how you need to be. Your connection to the divine must come from personal experience. Trust what you believe and trust what you know, for this is the only way to move forward. Now, this isn't saying you should disrespect or throw away what may be in place around you, but see if there's a way for you to authentically express who you are without causing an offense. See if there's a way for you to authentically express who you are without causing offense. Rumi's light is with you to help you move beyond limitation of society or family traditions. And let me just turn the page here. Okay, so what's important is what you feel within and the deep knowing that no matter who you are or where you are loved by the power that created you. Okay? What's important is what you feel within the deep knowing that no matter who you are or where you are loved by the power that created you. And that was the underlining energy there for this whole read. I hope you guys got in tune with those messages. If not, just reload or restart the video to really get in tune with what messages was just said here for us for confirmation here. Okay, that's just to give you some insight. And I'm now going to go into my angel guide. Since we have the ascended masters, let's just go with the angel guide from the angels and see what's popping. Let's see what's popping. Okay, for some reason, I guess I was supposed to do a bust out read, but I give you an interlude of a bust out read. It was self-acceptance, take charge and action, clear and cancel and release, and transformation. And then underlining that was friendship and union. So now we're just going to do a bust out read of this situation here, and we're going to get in tune. Overall energy says courage and bravery. So some of us do need to pick up, and heal from those wounds so we can have more bravery or courage in the situations that we're facing at this time. Okay? So that's the the overall energy of the read. What I am going to get into is self-acceptance. Even though this is a part of another bust out read, it told me to just go with the flow and let you guys get these messages as well. So let's get in tune in self-acceptance. The message: you are making incredible efforts to heal and release habits and thoughts that once held you back. Take a moment to look at yourself through the eyes or the loving eyes of the Mother, Father, God, and appreciate how far you come, all the adversity you face, and the person you are today. Angels are wrapping their rings around you and encouraging you to see what they see. And what they see you as perfect, just the way you are. If your confidence has dropped recently, or you have been, or you have not been positive as likely you should have been, change that now by giving yourself credit when it's due. Maybe you discover that negative thought or negative talk aren't working for you. This is a time to try loving yourself instead. To get started with this, you guys, try speaking to yourself more respectfully and giving yourself some leeway it's some time to change. The extended message here with this one says, when the card appears, know that your self-esteem and confidence has taken some knocks over the years, and you have had thoughts that are no longer serving you. But your angels want nothing more than for you to be happy and at peace. And they're drawing close now to help you restore your confidence in yourself. Okay, so that's the bust out reading. I possibly already gave this reading out, but I will upload and reload the bust out message here for this reading. Take charge and action. Let me find him. There he is. Take charge and action. The message. Don't be afraid to take charge or be strong at this time. Sometimes we have to take control in order to be respected or honored. If you feel that your current situation is moving in a direction that isn't serving you, your joy, or your purpose, the message of this card is to put your foot down now. So some of us do need to put our foot down now and set some safe boundaries with people, because it seems like people are overstepping or being too much in your life. So get more grounded, have that courage within yourself to put your foot down and let people know that you won't be walked over or walked on. Okay? Respect yourself is the message. Lead rather than led. Lead rather than be led. If you're wondering whether to make the next move in a particular situation, the card is yours. Sorry, you guys. I need to drink a sip of tea. That incense, these 4 incenses, they're popping and they went right into my mouth just now. So I'm sorry, you guys. Let me drink a little sip of water. Okay, sorry for that. Let me just reload the message. If you feel that your current situation is moving in a direction that isn't serving you, your joy, or your purpose, the message is to put your foot down now. Okay, you don't need to be aggressive, but you do need clarity now. Unless you step in, it won't unfold. Respect yourself. Lead rather than led. If you're wondering whether to make the next move in a particular situation, this card is encouraging you to do so. Often, angels find it difficult to support us fully unless we make the first move. Meet them halfway now by showing your commitment to move forward. So even though we have these angels around us, guardian angels, whatever you think there are, I call them angels because there's different beings and different forms of entities that are here, and they want to support and guide us, but we all have free will, a freedom of choice here in this realm at this time, and they're just asking to be called in to help. They're there, they're waiting, but they also need permission from you to say it's okay to help and guide me, because they don't want to, step in and do certain things that it may not be what you want. They just think of the greatest good of the situation, of the outcome, okay? So always welcome in these energies that are around you to help and guide you, okay? The extended message here says, if you're feeling ambitious at this time, this card is asking you to trust in your gifts and potential. You have the opportunity to move forward in your career, personal life, and spiritual life. You are a co-creator with the universe, and your angel guide is encouraging you to take action. By setting a clear intentions, having a strong vision, and taking action steps you need to make your ideas come to life, you're showing the universe your commitment to your expansion. Know that with every step you take, your angels are with you, cheering you on, okay, or cheerleading you on, encouraging you to rise up. So rise up, focus on your intention, and send it out now like an arrow. That was the overall energy saying right there, you guys. Send your positive intentions out to the universe like an arrow, like you're shooting a bow and arrow at this time. And just to be nosy, I am going to go over courage. I'm not going to go over here. But you know what? I'm going to bust out the bust out read, because this messages is synced with each other. So let's just do the 3. We have courage and bravery. And we went over that, but I just want to get a little message for you guys, a little extra nugget in the back of your brain to consider thinking about as well. The message here. You have a heart of the warrior. You want to do what's right, but isn't always easy. Angels are surrounding you with the light of courage at this time and guiding you to do what you know deep down in your heart is right. Being brave isn't about being emotionless. The angels are reminding you that it's okay to feel, and your vulnerability will allow you to tap into an even greater inner strength. Angels are always willing to help you feel safe, guided, and guarded. So call in as much help as you need. Take ownership of your energy and any situation that could be making you feel less than good. Through your courage, you will begin to attract experiences of being respected. Okay, you guys, the extended message here is also a reminder that your soul cannot be tarnished or harmed. It's the one part of your essence that always remains whole, healed, and complete. So if you're feeling the need to defend yourself at this time, the angel wisdom is guiding you to back down. You don't need to protect yourself, especially when you have spiritual support. Call in the light of God, heaven, and angels to protect you. If you feel that you have made a mistake or have something you need to share, be brave and take ownership of it. Okay, you guys, and that was the read off of that one. Now, the next one is power and intention. So having that power within yourself, doing those inner wound healing, raising your vibration so you can shoot out those positive intentions that you want in your life. Call in the angels to help and guide you. God sends out his angels. Okay, for me, when I'm talking about God, I always talk from a he or a him perspective, okay? But God is whatever form of gender that you think that he is. I just say he because it just flows with what I believe in, okay? Now, power and intention. Let me find that one. He's giving me King of Wands because he has a wand in his hand, but this deck does not necessarily refer to tarot. But with his long white beard and his white hair and eyebrows, it gives me wisdom, knowledge that someone is very in tune with themselves, content. Okay, let me get back into it. The message. When you align your intentions with the highest good and act with love and consideration, your power is intensified. When you see this card, your angels are drawing close to remind you of this. You have the capacity to be a leader and guide at this time, and you're being encouraged to align with love and the greatest good so you can act from your heart space. Often when power arises within, we can find our ego gets louder, and this because it wants us to be limited and to question or even stifle our growth. But message, don't let it hold you back now. Call in your angels and invite them to help you. Listen closely to the voice of your soul so that you can move forward powerfully and effectively in a loving way. Now, the extended message here says, often we have an initial intention, and then over time our ideas change. The universe is still responding to our initial intentions, though, because we have to let them go. And when we let them go, we let God. So if you are confused about how to move forward at this time, you need to recognize that you are a powerful being with influence and potential. Have a clear conversation with God and your angels about your intentions, and recognize that what is unfolding at this time has the power to allow you to live your life from a space of pure potential. And that was the second bust out card of the bust out read. Okay, so we're going to get into do the work. Exactly. In order for a change or transformation to occur, you have to put in the work. You got to put in the work of healing yourself. You got to put in the work of knowing your self-worth and knowing that you're worthy of the happy outcome that you want out of life. Okay, so let me just find do the work. Do the work. The message. If you are wondering whether to move forward or not, this card is a message from your ancestors. I'm sorry. Ancestors, it's a message from your angels, okay? To continue on. You might feel that your current situation requires more time and energy than you are able to give. And there's a good chance that you're feeling disheartened or even drained. It's important to know that everything involved in this situation is pivotal to your growth, expansion, and spiritual connection. This also invites you to switch on the light that you have within. It's time to be a star, to rise up, to get behind the wheel and drive the journey of your life. So yes, energy is going to be needed to hustle and push, but every single effort you make will pay off. Okay, right now you're sending out a signal that will create a wave that lay the foundation for the rest of your life. Okay? The extended message here says being spiritual isn't always easy. It comes with a price, and often that price is time and effort. Okay? This isn't a spiritual easy. This isn't spiritual vacation. This is spiritual work. And that does mean you have to work. Action, effort, surrender, and trust are needed for things to come together. But when you see this card, when it appears, you have the important opportunity to figure out the balance between effort and effortless, and understand when both of these energies needs to move through your being. Okay, I hope you understand that. Effort and effortless, and understand when both of these energies need to move through your being. If you want to abandon a project or walk away from a situation, this card also lets you know that you are needed more than ever. This isn't a time to run away. This is a time to turn up. Okay, time to turn up. When you show up ready and willing to do the work, you will move up too. Okay, you guys, and that was part of the outcome card. Lastly, we're just going to get into surrender, because it was there. We do have, since I pulled the last card, we do have signs and reminders. And I may just do this because we have been receiving all different divine messages, whether it be from a butterfly or finding a bird feather. We have been receiving some form of signs or messaging. And surrender, I don't think I need to get into, but I'm just going to do a quick extended message of surrender. That's like surrendering to the uncertainty that you have going on in your life, etc., etc., okay? Surrender. Surrender is a spiritual practice that's not easy, but angels are working in your favor, and their miracles will unfold with ease when you move into the state of trust. So call back your power and stop allowing external forces to divert you from the miracles you deserve. Take time to realize that in order to be helped, you must surrender your need for control over the situation that is on your mind. The extended message now says, if you're feeling overwhelmed or emotional at this time, your guide, your angel guide, wants you to know it's okay to let go. When you open up and release your concerns, you open up to support and miracles. You are a vessel and contain light. Your concerns are taking up space, and when you release them, you make room for more light. Let them go now. This is a time to experience the freedom that you deserve. You don't have to do this alone. God and angels are ready to help you. Call in angels and invite them to help you surrender and release anything that could be blocking your experience or miracles. To help them usher positive energy into your life, ask yourself what needs to be let go of in order to grow, and then take action. Okay, and that was that energy there after that one. And lastly, before I get into any clarification, I do want to go over the signs and reminders. This is all in the part of spiritual growth here, of the messages that you may be receiving at this time. So let me just find this card really quick. It should be right before this one. Oh, no, it's not. I just want to get in tune with this because this literally has a feather right in the middle of the diamond shape with birds and butterflies. So if you do see a feather in your life, pick it up. Let it be a reminder that it's a message from spirit. Look up that bird feather. As I mentioned before with the bird feathers, nowadays there's apps that let you know per se. I'm going to say per se with quotation marks. Per se, which bird it is. Okay. But look here. The message here. Angels and loved ones in heaven are sending you signs of their presence now. You may be seeing the same number patterns or sequences, finding feathers, seeing the same bird or birds at special times, or even feeling that you're being visited by a loved one or an angel in dreams or at some point in your day. All of these messages of support. Okay? So all of these are messages of support at this time. When you find a feather, when you see the number sequence 111, 555, 888, etc., etc., it does mean something. Google the number. Now, let's say, for example, I'm going to just give y'all an example. You're walking, dee-dee-dee-da, you're walking, a feather floats and stops right in front of your path. You stop, the feather hits the ground. Pick it up. Now you look at that feather, it's a white feather. A white feather in certain circumstances, and far as I've been doing this, a white feather means answers to prayers. Okay, another step, look at what time it is. If it's literally a white feather you just found and it's 111 on the clock, or 222 or 212, a 555 sequence like that, Google that time that you just seen this feather, because it also works in synchronization with receiving messages from spirit. Okay, so that's two situations in one incident or one event that can give you some extra spiritual messages that you may need to hear at this time, or whenever you find a feather, or even that coin. If you find a coin, pick it up. All the days you're going to have good luck. Check on the year of that time. If it's a dime or a penny, check the year of the coin that you just picked up. Look at the time. Now, I'm not saying do this every time, like doing it like OCD, just checking time, what time it is, check. No, I'm just saying in a subtle way of receiving different messages, just check the time. Okay? If it rains out repetitively, it is a sign. It can be a 212, it can be a 523. Nowadays, you can literally check on the internet and say, what's the spiritual meaning of 212? And they'll give you a whole summary, even different entities speaking about their experience or even giving their knowledge about the number sequence. So that'll be messages that you guys can receive as well and get in tuned with when you see them. Now listen, in times of need, angels are beside you, blessing your heart with love and healing. Your angels and loved ones are in heaven, will never leave you. Their love will never die. So some of the messages are not just from angels, there's possibly for past loved ones as well. And as I mentioned with the butterflies, a lot of female ancestors that have transitioned now, they're an ancestor, they're female, They tend to use butterflies to fly in your face, touch you on your nose, be in your peripheral. So pay attention to the butterfly that comes at you, or if you see it, check up on the color of that butterfly, because different colors of butterflies mean different things. And the other day I seen a black butterfly with yellow stripes, so he was a black and yellow butterfly. But butterflies come in all different colors, so pay attention to the color when you see one, and possibly check the time that you're seeing it as well. If you at that level and you're trying to understand more as to what this message means, check the time. And then you got 2 steps right there you can look into to get some clarity or some clarification in your life. Now listen, this is the extended message. Angels love to send us signs because often we're not in a space where we can fully listen to their guidance. Most of the time, because we're too busy or not willing to listen to the messages we hear on the inside and signs we catch our attention, they remind us that our angel and loved ones and spirits are with us and willing to help us. If you ever find yourself being questioning a certain event or sign, it's because somewhere within you, you don't feel fully adequate or worthy of the love that is being shown to you. Know that you're worthy, okay? When you receive a sign, there's an important step that you must take in order to usher miracles into your life. Call in help. A sign is a message that help is available, so welcome it with an open heart. And now I see why I had to read that one out, because I was talking about the signs and talking about surrendering, doing your hard work, but then there's messages for confirmation that you're on the right track. You're doing the right things. So that's what we're all about at this time. I'm going to do a clarity with some imagery. This is why I tend to keep using this deck. It's not that many in this one, but the imagery, I just want to help with you guys thinking about different things and different messages. So let me just pull it. Some of us may be moving into a new house. Some of us may be leaving a house, going into an apartment. But whatever the situation may be at this time, you guys just know it's for the greater good, to help you out in the long run. Okay, so let's just see what other... Well, dog. I didn't even finish shuffling. It popped off cards. So let's just spread them out. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that's all we need to see. The underlying energy of the situation is doors. So some of us are having our doors, as far as the doors of our life being open at this time. The opportunities are coming, are already there. They're just waiting for us to walk through that situation or circumstance and then start even growing higher, raising that vibration and achieving what we want to in this lifetime. Or even finding our life purpose if we don't know what our life purpose is at this time. So always pay attention to the signs and different situations that are coming up at you at this time. So I'm going to get into this one. We have the Lovers. Now the Lovers, it's romantically speaking, it is some conflicts going on in relationships. There's some relationship, there's nothing going on. You're in a new phase in the relationship. You guys are understanding each other more. It's growing in a good light. But now we literally matching the Lovers from a previous deck. Let me just show you. The Lovers from Tarot, which is the twins and the ancestor deck. Lover came out again. So it's radiating about, far as a romantic wise speaking, relationships that are going through different transitions at this time. But let's just get into the Lovers. It is a number 21 and number 3. Just bear with me. I have to look it up. I had to get the book and then look it up. So bear with me, you guys. It's almost 12 o'clock in the afternoon for me. So let's just bust it in. Love is in the air. Pay attention to the signs above. And I'm not just saying that part out my neck. This card says exactly that message. Love is in the air. Pay attention to the signs above. You received the card or seeing this card now as the universe wants you to know that love is on the horizon. As a loving spiritual being, the universe understands how you want to share your life and love with your soulmate. Sometimes life can be lonely or a lonely path when you don't have a significant other. But this is just a gentle reminder that the universe is assisting you with manifesting and bringing your soulmate into your life. The most important thing to remember here about the message of this card is that manifesting doesn't work overnight. Be patient is one of the most important gifts to have when you're waiting for your lover to come into your life. Now, simply put here, this is a sign you're ready to progress to the next step in your relationship, and the universe is telling you this is a positive move for you both. It can also be a sign that you need to put some more effort into your relationship and put the romance back into your life. Sometimes we get too busy, boggled down with work and stress of life. We can start to make or take our partners for granted. Right. We can start to take our partners for granted. And this is the case. This is a reminder you need to go on a date, go out for dinner, book a holiday or a weekend away, spend some time, well-earned romantic time together to rekindle the relationship. Okay, you guys, so that's just busting off on that energy that some of us do need to take some time and not take our loved one at the time for granted. We need to spend some more quality time together. The next message is the numbers. It's not the numbers, it's the infinity sign, which is a number 18. I just seen the number 8 there, so I was just saying numbers, but no, it's infinity. Now you see what I mean? I saw the number 8 and I was just thinking of numbers, sequences, and stuff like that. But no, this is infinity. Your connection to the universe is limitless. Message. The universe wants you to inform you that you are blessed with the gift of abundant and never-ending connection to source energy. Infinity is a natural state of being. You are connected to a limitless supply of life-changing energy in whatever way, shape, or form you require. The most important thing to remember here is what you think, you create. So stay more of the positive so you can attract and create a more positive experience in your life. This is why I'm always emphasizing about raising your vibration and don't stay in the low vibration, low vibes, because you're going to catch a vibe that you don't want. Did you hear what I said? Don't stay in the low vibes because you're going to catch a vibe you don't want. Okay, so let's just go in. This card represents the infinite connection to the universe and all that is contained within. Infinity can come in forms of infinite abundance, connection, love, health, joy, peace, finances, and happiness, just to name a few. Now, if a loved one passes away, their love for you is infinite and has power to always connect with you through time and space. This is also a reassurance that your love has no beginning and no end, and their love never dies. It's also represented with this card as new beginnings and new connections to the universe, abundant source energy. Okay? The universe has given you this card to reaffirm your connection and to remind you that anything is possible and situations in life can always improve and change for the better. And that's why I see why it's coming out right after the Lover. So know that everything can improve in regards to partnerships, relationships, and romantic ones as well. Okay, you guys? The next one out the gate is the Phoenix Rebirth. Phoenix. And this image here is the reason why I bought this deck, because I jive really hard. When I say I jive, really, I really am connected with the bird Phoenix. I literally have one around my neck and stainless steel around my neck. But let's get attuned into the Phoenix. Phoenix energy. It's time to rise and begin again. It's time to rise and begin again. You receive the card, or seeing this card now, is that the universe wants you to know that no matter what challenging experiences you have had in the past, they are now behind you, and you have the ability to rise above them. This Phoenix card represents regeneration and new beginnings. It's about overcoming the darkness and rising up to the challenge of whatever has been holding you back from your future. This also is a gentle reminder, like the Phoenix, which rose from the ashes and was born again, you have the ability to be powerful and succeed in the light of whatever challenges you are put before you. Let me reload it. Like the Phoenix, which rose from the ashes and was born again, you have the ability to choose to be powerful, succeed in light of whatever challenges are put before you. You are an extremely powerful being, and the universe wants to remind you that you have all you need to face any challenge before you. It is time to believe in yourself and know that you are an amazing, gifted being of the universe who can and will make a difference to the world. Call on the strength of the Phoenix and begin your journey of renewal today. Okay, and that was just the bust out energy of the overall of this read. Now we're going to go into the underlining energy, which was here. Loved ones in spirit. Then I just talk about this with the signs and reminders. What's it saying? Yes, it's signs and reminders of the loved ones. Your loved ones, yes, they're not in the physical realm in this speaking here, once I showed you the picture. But this picture has white feathers, dragonflies, okay, other little ones with wings flying in this air. It is a family, a father, a child, and a mother walking what seems to be a sunset on a beach. But peep game when I show you this image. The mother is fading away. The mother is not holding on to the baby's hand. The mama in this image has transitioned. And now this baby has just the father hand that he's holding on to. Because father is still there in the physical. But as you see now that I'm showing you this image of the white feathers, dragonflies, birds, and things like that, this mama here has transitioned. But she wants to let her presence felt or be felt for her baby father as well as her baby, that she's still around in spirit. And that's what a lot of our loved ones wants us to know as well, that we're not here anymore in the physical, but we're still here spiritually. Still communicate with us, because we can listen and help you. Okay, but I'm going to get into the message. This is just off of me viewing this card and just other messages from spirit that I was trying to relay out. Okay, even though the baby wants to put his hand out for his mother, he can't see the mother even though she's there. She's in spirit. Okay, but let's get into the message. Love never dies. We are always one. Love never dies. We are always as one. That's the message. You receive the card or seeing this card, the universe and your loved one in spirit wants you to know that life never ends and spirit endures all. We often find it hard to talk about death, and many of us don't want to acknowledge that one day we will experience death ourselves. When a loved one leaves the earthly realm, we miss them terribly and sometimes find it hard to go on without them. Receive this message or seeing this message as your loved ones in spirit realm have heard your prayers and noticed your attempts to make contact with them. Your loved ones wants you to know that they're always by your side and that the love for you still exists. This is also a gentle reminder. I'm sorry, you guys, because I lost my mom a couple of years back, so some of these messages are hitting. Okay, they're hitting me too. And just to be talking about this mother and she's not there with her baby, so I'm sorry. I'm trying not to cry here, but I'm holding on. Bear with me. This card is a gentle reminder to pay attention to the subtle signs of your loved ones, and the universe have been sending you your way to let you know that life and love lives on beyond the earthly realm. Now listen, do you ever dream about your loved ones and the dream is so real that you feel that they are still alive with you on the earthly realm? Have you heard your loved ones call your name or have seen them in your physical eyes or they have seen them with your physical eyes? This card is a reassurance you have this card is reassurance you that you are not imagining things. You are being contacted from above by your loved ones in spirit to let you know that they're always close by and their love for you will live on forever. And that was the overall, that was the underlying energy of the message here. Sorry I got a little bit emotional because that hit a nerve even with me doing the read. So what we're going to do here, you guys, we're going to close off. So let me just get my deck here. Now, I just had that deck out for this closing. Okay, you guys, here it goes. I'm sorry. It dropped on the floor. Okay, so let's just do a quick shuffle. You guys, if you're going through something, especially if you lost a loved one, just know that they're still there, spiritually speaking. Don't ever forget that they did leave per se in this physical realm, but they're there in the spirit. They try their best to communicate with us the best way they can. So you do have to pay attention to those signs and reminders at this time, because a lot of our loved ones, even our ancestors, the angels, are all trying to communicate with us that we're protected, we're safe, and just to call in that guidance and support that we need at this time. Okay, I split the deck. Be bold, make the first move. It's the first one. Second message of splitting the deck of this one says, you and your loved ones are safe. Didn't I just say that? And I just split the deck. That you are safe. You are protected. Okay, so we're just going to see what's popping. That was a lot of cards. So we're going to go through them. That was a lot. I don't know if I was shuffling out of whack because I'm going to reshuffle again, but let's just look. You know what? I'm not going to shuffle this. They fell how they fell. If you saw what just happened, now I was shuffling. I don't know if I was just miss shuffling because I was a little emotional right there, but they just fell out the deck like this group of this message here. So I'm going to read each of them, but the overall energy says the end of a tough cycle approaches. And this matches up with the previous read that I just earlier did today. I shuffled the deck. You guys saw me shuffle the deck. But let's get into the cards that came forefront in the front here. We have look at the bigger picture. Expect a powerful change. Luck is on your side. Surrender to the divine. Don't let your past hold you back. See how these cards fall out and they're matching what we already talked about? You're very close to achieving your goals, so stay in positive. Focus on meditating more, keeping yourself grounded, because you're very close to achieving the outcome that you feel you want in your life. Just ask for the guidance from the angels, your ancestors, or whatever you believe in, okay, you guys? Next, a win-win outcome is on the forecast, followed by have faith in your dreams. So having faith and leaving that uncertainty as well is a part of some of us in a collective situation. Just to know, the last card here says the answers you need are coming. Okay, the answers you need are coming. And just to lastly, it was a lot of cards, but I am going to do a bust out of this one as a closing. So 1, 2, 3, and then that one. And boom, at the end of this deck of this last 4 of the read, it says a new romantic cycle begins. And we were just talking earlier about the lovers and about certain ones. We do need to take that little spiritual retreat with our significant other to rekindle and, you know, renew that connection we have with that loved one. Because remember, now I'm reading it. Sorry to be repeating. I'm reading the outcome of the bust out energy. It says conclusions are within reach. Time to take action. Nothing will come of the situation if you don't focus on changing and shift. Remember with the butterfly, butterflies also mean transitions, transformation. Remember with the phoenix energy of rebirth, renewal. Okay, so if you don't focus on doing that hard work, as mentioned as well with the, I forgot which it was, the hard work. Well, do the work. That's why I say here, it says do the work, but it is going to be a little bit hard, you guys. You're going to have to step out of your comfort zone and do the work at this time. Because if you don't put forth that energy, commitment, and try to reach out for guidance and supports, nothing will come of your situation. You'll create more blockages and more obstacles. You need to do the work. You need to get more grounded and centered and focused to have this situation go in a better positive aspect in your life, a positive outcome. Okay, you guys? And lastly, it says you are good enough. You are worthy of anything that you want to desire in your life. You're worthy. You're deserving. You're protected. The angels already said it, but they want to ask. When they're not wanting. They're asking for permission to come into your life to help you. You are worthy. You are good enough to receive messages. You're good enough to receive the best outcome for the greatest good for you at the end of the day. Okay, you guys? So I just wanted to bust that out with the read. Sorry I got a little bit emotional there. But I do appreciate you guys, you know, listening this long. If any of the messages have resonated with you, smush the like button. Leave a comment below the video so we can discuss confirmations that maybe you had. Maybe you found a feather today or recently, and now you're wondering, darn, I was supposed to pick that feather up. Maybe you have one of those type of moments. Whatever situation, you guys, let's have a little conversation at the bottom. This is your girl, Mystic Rage. And you're tuning out of Mystic Rage World. I hope you guys all have a blessed day and take care.